Would like to tell you a new story about engineer Sir Geoffrey de Havilland, the de Havilland DH.98 Mosquito of 1942. The de Havilland DH.98 Mosquito 1942 stands silent in the open yard, its polished silver skin dulled by time, rain, and neglect. Grass grows around the landing gear, and the once elegant wooden structure now carries the quiet weight of decades. This aircraft, once known as the Wooden Wonder, was built with intelligence rather than brute force, speed rather than armor. 5 workers arrive slowly, accompanied by an engineer and the captain, their footsteps deliberate. The wind moves across the wings, and for a moment, the Mosquito seems to breathe again, as if waiting to be touched. Nearby, the name of its creator carries invisible weight, Sir Geoffrey de Havilland, an engineer whose vision reshaped aviation history. As the inspection begins, hands glide gently across oxidized silver panels and exposed wooden grain. The engineer studies the structure carefully, respecting the craftsmanship that Sir Geoffrey de Havilland insisted upon. Lightweight wood bonded with precision, not excess metal. The captain observes quietly, understanding that this aircraft once relied on trust in design more than armor in battle. If you feel the calm of this moment, take a second to subscribe, like, and share this restoration journey. It helps preserve aviation history and allows more legendary aircraft like this de Havilland DH.98 Mosquito 1942 to be remembered, restored, and respected. Steel cables are attached carefully to the fuselage cradle, and the truck begins its slow pull. Dirt falls away as the aircraft separates from the ground that has held it captive for years. 5 workers stabilize the wings, ensuring no stress disturbs the fragile wooden structure. The motion is slow, almost ceremonial. Nothing here is rushed. The Mosquito is not being rescued, it is being invited back. As it settles onto the flatbed, straps tighten gently, not to restrain, but to protect. The engineer nods in approval, honoring the balance Sir Geoffrey de Havilland designed into every line of this aircraft. Inside the workshop, warm industrial light replaces the gray sky. Tools rest neatly on benches, spray machines stand silent, and the Mosquito occupies the center of the space like a sleeping animal. Water hoses are prepared, brushes selected, pressure adjusted. When the first stream of water touches the fuselage, decades of grime begin to melt away. Dirt runs in thin lines along the silver skin, revealing the structure beneath. Foam spreads across the wings, brushed slowly, deliberately. Each stroke is tactile, audible only in imagination. This is not cleaning, it is uncovering. As water flows down the tail and landing gear, the aircraft begins to reveal its true form. The canopy is cleaned gently until transparency returns, and the cockpit becomes visible once more. Compressed air dries the seams, pushing droplets from places unseen. Microfiber cloths follow, wiping the surface with care. Beneath the scars, the Mosquito still carries dignity. The engineer pauses, recognizing the unmistakable logic of Sir Geoffrey de Havilland's design philosophy, simplicity serving performance. The cockpit is stripped with patience. Instruments are removed one by one, placed carefully on clean cloths. Dust is vacuumed from the interior framing, and wooden panels are lightly sanded. Brushes apply wood hardener into the grain, feeding life back into material that once carried pilots into combat at impossible speeds. Gauges are cleaned, polished, and tested. The seat frame is restored, control yokes lubricated, pedals aligned. If this quiet precision speaks to you, remember to like, share, and subscribe. These small actions help keep stories like the de Havilland DH.98 Mosquito 1942 alive for future generations. Rust marks appear on metal fittings, traced gently with chalk. Rotary brushes remove corrosion in controlled passes. Sparks minimal, intention maximum. Hand sanding follows, smoothing joints and seams. Vacuum hoses remove fine dust, leaving nothing behind. Rust treatment is brushed on, sealing the metal for decades to come. Every repair respects the aircraft's original engineering. Sir Geoffrey de Havilland believed materials should be used honestly, and that belief guides every decision here. Wooden structural joints are repaired next. Resin is applied slowly, drawn into the grain, clamps holding everything steady as the material cures. Excess is trimmed, surfaces sanded smooth again. The result is invisible strength, repairs that do not announce themselves. Primer coats are sprayed onto metal components, mist settling evenly under focused light. Nothing is hurried, nothing is wasted. The engine is revealed as cowling panels are removed. Oil residue is cleaned away with solvent sprays, and components are laid out in precise order. Pistons are polished until reflections appear, crankshafts buffed, valves reseated with expert hands. The engine block is reassembled, torque wrenches clicking softly as bolts are tightened in sequence. Fresh gaskets are aligned perfectly, fuel lines flushed and reconnected. Satin black paint coats the engine, curing slowly under warm lights. This is mechanical restoration as meditation. Undercarriage components follow the same ritual. Shock absorbers are cleaned and re-oiled, wheel hubs sanded, protective coatings applied, tires are restored, rubber texture returning under careful hands. The landing gear is reassembled and aligned, ready to carry the aircraft once more. The engine is mounted back onto the nacelle, guided by all 5 workers while the engineer oversees alignment. Bolts are tightened in cross patterns, ensuring balance. A final wipe reveals a quiet, restrained shine. The body is sanded gently to prepare for paint. Dust is blown away, masking tape applied along edges and canopy lines. Primer coats are sprayed across the fuselage and wings, then allowed to dry undisturbed. Fine sanding smooths the surface until it feels like still water. Polished silver paint is mixed, tested, and finally sprayed in slow, overlapping passes. The Mosquito's skin becomes reflective again, not flashy but purposeful. Clear coat seals the finish, preserving both beauty and protection. Reassembly begins with panels aligned and fastened. Wings are mounted carefully, bolts tightened under watchful eyes. Control linkages are connected, flaps tested for symmetry. The canopy is seated and sealed, propellers mounted and balanced. Fluids are filled, lines inspected, electrical systems tested. Gauges glow softly in the cockpit, alive again. The aircraft feels whole. Polishing brings the final transformation. Microfiber cloths move in slow circles across fuselage and wings. Leading edges catch the light. Canopy clarity becomes crystal clear. Markings are applied with restraint, honoring history without excess. Final fasteners are checked, landing gear lowered smoothly. The team steps back. Silence fills the space. Hangar doors open, and daylight touches the polished silver de Havilland DH.98 Mosquito 1942 for the first time in years. The aircraft is towed onto the runway. The captain and engineer watch closely, eyes scanning left and right as the Mosquito rolls forward slowly. It moves with grace, not aggression. This aircraft was always about intelligence, speed, and design, values Sir Geoffrey de Havilland believed would outlast any era. The Mosquito comes to rest at the center of the runway. A wing engineer walks beneath the wing, hand gliding along the surface. Reflections ripple across the silver skin. From the rear, the aircraft's silhouette stands clean and confident against the open sky. It is no longer abandoned, it is remembered. And as this restoration ends, a new journey waits ahead. In the next video, we will take another forgotten aviation legend and guide it back from silence into motion, revealing not just how it was rebuilt, but why it mattered. I, Farouk Alwani, would like to tell you a new story about Sir Geoffrey de Havilland, the de Havilland DH.98 Mosquito of 1942.